Live from Cincinnati, it's Coffee Break Tennis!
Oh!
One more.
What if I hit them?
That'd be great.
All right,
That's the goal, is to hit them.
Go around. Standing in the saddle. Man is born. Man lives. Man dies. And it's all vanity. He tried thrills. He said, I gave myself to enjoy pleasure. What are teenagers doing today? They're trying every thrill there is in the books. We got colored TV. But it still isn't satisfying.
That was a great intro, boys. Hey, there's Isadora.
Pete, where did you get those awesome dance moves?
I come from the streets, bud.
Nice.
ATL.
We stayed up all night. We were there till 2 in the morning watching Carlitos Alcaraz. Today on Coffee Break Tennis, we got the draw. We're going to make a case for keeping the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati. As you can see, we got our fans here. What does it say on the back, Pete? Can you read it while I hold it out to the camera?
Support the legacy of professional tennis. Pledge your support today at lovecincitennis.com. You guys, you should go there. I've been saying this for years. This is the best tournament in the United
best.
States, and I'm including the U.S. Open in that. And if you came to this tournament, you'd know exactly why I'm saying that. Should never leave.
Amen. How long has it been here? How
It's
many
at
years?
least 20 years. It's like a really long time.
Wait a minute. It's over 100 years, Matt. It's the longest running tournament in U.S.
Thank you.
history.
Thank
and
you.
there's a reason for that, because people don't understand what an amazing community Cincinnati is.
I agree.
All right, we got the draw here. And already, Pete's live monitoring the matches that have already started today. Apparently, Yannick Sinner is in trouble.
Yes.
Oh.
Can you give us an update on that, Pete? I mean, if someone's watching this and the match is over, they're like, well, he lost. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he won. I don't know. What's the latest on that?
So an update on Sinner is it's 6-4. He's down. He's up 1-0. It's 30 all on Lajovic.
I don't know if historically the guy that wins in Canada comes to Cincy and does great all the time.
Oh, that's interesting.
They
Yes.
can be tired.
They can be tired. It can be a bit much. Maybe you don't want to blow it all. before
I'll
you
be
get to the
surprised
big
if Sinner
US
goes
Open.
out, though. I think he's got to be hungry at this point. He has to take the momentum, I think, from Canada and do well here, and then he'll have a better chance at the U.S. Open. I think it'd be a bad thing if he wins Canada and then goes out early here. Big momentum killer.
Agreed.
Well, speaking of Canada, Thomas Paul, you're a big fan. He's your favorite U.S. player now?
He's my favorite U.S. player. I think he's had a much better year than Fritz, even though Fritz is higher ranked. And I love his game. I love his attitude.
Speaking of Fritz, Bhaskar got a great picture of me and Fritz at the tournament. We buried the hatchet. It looks like we're friends now. Flash that up on the screen. There I am. He let me sit right between his legs. We had a good time at the tournament. Me and
When
he's
do I
just
get a?
straddling my shoulders. at
Is
the
this
tournament.
Fritz? You're good friends with him?
Well,
You have a theory about Fritz, right?
Are we gonna do this now, Pete?
I think we should do it now.
All right, so I've been rough on Fritz all these years. We're gonna get to the draw, I promise. If you're a tennis enthusiast, you've never seen the show before, you're like, what the hell are they talking about? I don't think it's Fritz's fault. My beef with Taylor Fritz from the very beginning is like, he always has like a kind of a stink face, an angry face, a frustrated face whenever he's, struggling, which we all do, right? Pete,
Yeah.
you get upset when you play tennis sometimes?
I can get upset.
I was
Mostly
talking
if you're
about.
campers.
I was saying, yeah, we did the Masters Tennis Clinic here. That's why we're here in Cincinnati. If you don't know, we do it. This is the 7th year. We didn't do it in 2020. But anyways, I always compare it to that year 2018 where Federer maybe had something wrong with his hand. He was keeping it secret. He was getting really frustrated with his game. But I said he earned it at that point to complain like that on court and be so frustrated with his game and have those kind of expectations to be amazing. And I don't think Taylor Fritz earned it yet.
So, where are you going
So
with
I
this?
realized I was wrong. I got it completely wrong on Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz is, he has an affliction. What does that say? He has an affliction that he's been struck with, and I call it resting Fritz face. He can't help it. It's just his face.
It's just his face.
I've heard
He's
that.
really a nice guy.
He's a nice guy.
He's
So
a good guy. He's got a good attitude. It's just the face.
so Taylor
Did
Fritz
you
is
say
now.
the same thing about what was his name, Lloyd, or when he serves?
Yeah, Lloyd Harris.
Lloyd Harris.
He
Yeah.
has kind of a I smelled a bad smell face.
Yeah.
That's a little different. But I've heard that before. You know, some people they can't help
They
it.
can't
They
help it.
have
They're
a
really-
face that looks
Yeah.
like that.
What's going on inside is not what's happening on the outside.
So Thomas Paul's your favorite American. Obviously,
him.
mine is Taylor Fritz now because I love him. It's not his fault. I was wrong. Who's your favorite American tennis player?
Oh, by the way, I'm Mark Davis. I'm a camper. I'm of no one of concern. But I love.
He's
I
the
like,
original camper.
he's
He
the
was
beast.
here in Cincinnati in 2016 after his
Cut
striking
that again.
play.
Say you're
His
Mr. Beast.
striking
I'm Mr.
play.
Beast from Fairhope,
People
Alabama.
started calling him Beast Mode because
Yeah,
he's
he's
so
beast
good.
mode.
And he's from Fairfax, West Virginia. What did you say? What was that again?
Fairhope,
Fairhope,
Alabama.
Alabama.
Fairhope,
Close
Alabama,
enough.
right next to Mobile and
That's
the Gulf
right.
Shores.
Yes.
And
buy some real estate. Hook me up.
and the king of shark attacks, right?
Yes.
They got shark attacks out there.
Yes, in the Floribama. Come down. I'll get you a bushwhacker.
Ooh, sounds
Awesome.
good.
Well, I don't know what that is.
So
that
who's
like
your
a trimming?
favorite-
Is that a
who's your
trimming
favorite
device?
I like
Bushwhacker?
Shelton. I like Shelton.
I like
like
Shelton,
Shelton.
too.
He was here at the club.
That's
we
right.
saw him. I encountered a Pete. You know, I always have encounters
Yes.
with the rich and the famous tennis
Yeah.
players.
Mhm.
I saw him in the hallway. He saw me. He said, "Here comes a tennis guy. Here comes one of those tennis guys." And he kind of did like a little smile at me, and I got out of his way. He didn't want to be bothered by
He
me.
made
I
it
think.
known. Don't even think about it.
Was that last year when we saw Simona Halep at Target with Darren
Oh,
Cahill?
yeah.
Are you
she
serious?
liked you.
Darren
Yeah,
Cahill
that's
sees
awesome.
me come around the corner in the bar soap and deodorant section for men, pour homme, pour l'homme, and he saw like, oh, this guy's got a Federer hat, this guy's got Federer shoes, he's dressed like a tennis player, and he just like he did a U-turn and got the hell out of there.
But Simona liked you. Tell everybody what
Simona liked
Simona
me.
said.
I'm sure people have heard the story before, but I'll
I
say it
have
one more
not.
time.
No, tell me.
I saw like Simona was checking out, and I like pushed some people out of my way to get right behind her in the checkout line, you know, some women and children, and I observed what she was purchasing, and I said, she got a big sack of apples. She had like 20 apples in a bag. Maybe they'll sell like that. What is it? A dozen apples? How's it go? A dozen apples? Baker's
20 is
dozen?
a excessive amount of apples.
Maybe it was 10 apples. And she had a big thing of chocolate milk for like protein recovery after workouts, I guess. And I said, Simona, I didn't even say her name. I didn't want to know. I wanted to be incognito. Like, I don't know who you are. And I said, that's a lot of apples you have there. And then she went, oh, yes, it's very many apples. That was what. Anyways, so, I always bump into these people. It's part of the thing. But hey, let's get to the draw.
Okay.
Thomas Paul. Speaking of Canada, Thomas Paul, we were sitting there at the Copacabana bar, right?
Yeah.
We watched the match. Did you think Thomas Paul was going to beat Carlos Alcaraz?
I did not think that he was going to end up winning, but what was so impressive about that was he actually brought it to Alcaraz. He was hitting with more power. He was pushing Alcaraz around the court, which you know is not easy. And then, of course, you're always waiting for them to just fall off, not be able to finish. And he did. It was awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think so either, but I'm just like, anything could happen. Let's stay and watch. Pete was like, let's go back to the place. Let's get some sleep. I said, no, let's stay and watch and see what happens. And Pete, were you glad I did?
I'm so happy you did, Matt.
But what happened last night? It was reverse.
Yeah, reverse.
Show a clip of Alcaraz. What's up with the drop shot? The drop shot wasn't working. Any coaching advice on the drop shot, Pete?
Well, the only thing is, I mean, he uses the drop shot more than most coaches advise. So, as a coach, you always tell your students, don't fall in love with the drop shot. But now we're all in love with the drop shot
Because Alcaraz made us fall in love with it?
Alcaraz has made the drop shot manly, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's made it cool. And
It
he uses
used to
it
be
all
mocked,
the time.
right? The people used to mock the drop shot, say
Yeah.
it's kind of a gimmick,
Yeah.
it's kind of a bailout.
Yeah. But I'm wondering, is this guy somebody that you can scout and report and know when he's going to do it? is it going to become less effective over time, or is it just that good? Last night he kind of struggled with it, and Thompson was on a lot of them, getting a lot of these drop shots above the net and passing Alcaraz with.
Yes.
Yeah, you were there. You sat a good seat.
was
Yeah, we have
fantastic.
multiple views. This is the beauty of these late night matches. Oh, before we go in the draw, how about Iga Swiatek? Did you hear what she said, Mark?
I did not.
She said we need to start cutting the matches off at 10 p.m. because the players, they have millions of dollars, and people with millions of dollars shouldn't have to go to bed past midnight.
Direct quote.
What do you remember more accurately?
Yeah, I read an article. I don't know what the time was that she was concerned with, but doesn't like the late night matches with the demanding tour, which I understand.
Has she been to the U.S. Open?
Well, she's been through it all.
Yeah.
And she's saying that
She's
the late night
change the rules.
Yeah, change the rules because
Which
the
is
schedule
what a
is too
great
demanding.
idea.
You got to go week after week. So she would like to do something about scheduling the late night matches. But if you're buying a ticket, you don't want
comment
oh,
below
it's
on your
past a
board.
certain.
Keep going,
Comment
Pete.
below.
Keep going.
It's past a certain time. You don't want like, oh well, your ticket's not redeemable
not
tomorrow.
that.
We're just
Replace
gonna
the other,
everybody
yeah.
go home.
All right, yeah. I don't like the idea at all.
You don't like the idea at all?
All right. As a tennis fan, I think it's really bad. It's a really bad idea.
Well, we were there till past 1, and everybody that was still in the building was having a great time, and we all spent good money to be there. And
Yeah.
well, actually, me and Matt got in for free, but everybody else spent a lot of money to get there.
Fancy bracelet. Now
Oh,
they
yeah.
told me don't tighten it because it won't come off.
And it's not.
So I didn't tighten, and I took it off for a souvenir, and Pete stuck with it.
Yeah,
You gonna wear it for a while?
I'm wearing it forever, buddy.
Okay, so we got into the private box up above, and the cool thing is, so many people had left as it got later, got to like 1 a.m., and me and Pete went down, and we sat in like every spot, so I'll flash some footage on screen. You can see like, here we are, we're like behind them to their left. Then we're like totally on the side, which you would think like, who wants to watch tennis like this? What do you think of that view? It was
I
pretty
love
cool,
it.
actually.
I love the view. On both sides, Grand Slam and
We
the main
were
stadium.
right behind the umpire's chair. I was getting distracted watching the umpire, like how does she position her feet to stay comfortable throughout the match? Did you notice that, or
Yeah.
were you watching the tennis?
No, I was watching tennis.
Okay. What is that? Yeah, comment below. What do you think? Are you excited to buy a tennis ticket if they tell you, hey, if the matches get close to 10 p.m., we're shutting it down and you got to go home? Get your 7 p.m. night match and be prepared to leave by 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Negative.
No.
Negative?
Especially with the rain.
And
yeah,
the
it's
money
not-
that they're
yeah.
spending, sorry, it's part of the game.
Now, I don't mind them raising the prices because it's inflation. Everything's going up except for apparently what I charge people for tennis lessons.
Yeah.
That stayed static for 10
Yeah,
years.
Matt just needs a loaf of bread, and he's good. Actually, okay, comment below. I've been telling Matt he needs to do this. Would
Oh,
you
no.
like to train with Matt in person, hang out with this guy, be coached by him, have a great time, maybe watch tennis? If you would like to meet Matt and train with him, I'm trying to push him over the edge. Comment below and say, Matt, we love you. I'd love to train with you in person. I bet you a lot of people comment below.
Comment below if you'd like to do that. And what city would we go to train? What city with a tournament could we train and watch the pros?
Oh, with the Atlanta, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Doesn't matter. As long as you're with Matt, you're happy, right? You don't
Right.
care where it is.
Come to Fairhope.
Fair, I don't have a tournament there.
They don't
Well,
want to go
that's
to
all right.
Fairhope.
What
Oh,
about?
you love
I was
Fairhope.
thinking, how about the
Beautiful.
Serbian Open we got down
Yes.
there, where this guy went?
Yes.
We'll get to that in a minute. We're gonna
Oh,
talk about
no,
his
no, no.
his crusade.
I can tell it's going to be Matt's goal day was short video. I can tell it's turning out to be a very short video.
I know, this always happens to me.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through the draw light speed. Callers Alcaraz, does he beat Thomas Paul in the rematch?
Yes.
Yes. I think it's very hard to beat somebody so good twice in a row. And
Yeah.
usually when you lose and you get to play somebody close again, you want revenge and you usually get it.
So you guys all got Carlos going.
Yes.
How far do you have Carlos going?
I don't know. Do you want to,
All right, let's wait for
yeah,
that.
Let's wait.
Stan the man. Flash some footage of that beautiful backhand.
Oh.
slow-mo.
It's like poetry in motion. I love that backhand.
Bascar's running sound over there. He's doing this number. By the way, this is Bascar's RF hat. I have one also, but we're using Bascar's here because we don't want to be all Joker all the time, but we got a lot of Joker going on today because it is the return to the U.S., so we'll get to that too. All right, so Stan the Man over Casper. Well, he's got to beat TFO first. I got him coming through TFO. TFO looked pretty good. We watched TFO's match as a comeback against Talon Griekspoor from the Nederlandisch and or Das Nederland in Dutch. Spreekt je Nederlands. Anyways, were you guys impressed by the Dutch guy? I know you guys hadn't really seen him before.
I was impressed by both of them. TFO played amazing. So did his opponent. But the thing is I have to say, TFO has not had the best year, and people are loving Stan. And Stan looks inspired, and he looks really good. So I'm going to pick Stan there.
And the crowd, can I just interject? At the end of that match, it was rain delay. Yesterday, it was finished up before Awesome Novak
You
came
saw
on.
the end, right?
I saw the end.
Because he was camping out to meet Novak.
It was
We'll
amazing.
talk about his pilgrimage for Novak later.
And when he won, the crowd went bananas. He was playing an American. Who did he
That's
play?
kind of sad.
Yeah, Nakashima.
Brandon Nakashima.
We had a
So-
few
That was
people chanting "Let's go, Brandon," but
Yeah.
those were just some jokers in the crowd, some young people. Other than
And then,
that,
and then
it was like a 99% Stan
Warenko
crowd.
would point, when they throw the balls out in the crowd, he'd point, and to one side, they started cheering, and they paused, and they'd point to the other side, and they start cheering. So whoever cheered the loudest, it was awesome. He was really working
He's
the crowd.
becoming the biggest Stan favorite.
Stan
on
is
tour.
enjoying this.
People love Stan that he's back. People love Stan for what he did in his career. I love him too. I even said that I would be his boyfriend if he wanted me to be.
Did you say this to him, or you just said it?
No,
you
no,
just
I
spoke
said
it
to
into
one
the
of
world.
I said it to one of the campers. I said it to Scott.
That's what I said to Nole.
Scott asked me if you could stay with any beautiful, you could spend an evening with any beautiful woman, anyone, even that lady who I know you saw the Barbie movie twice, Pete, back to back.
Margot Robbie. Yes, I had to take my.
Would you rather spend the evening with Stan or Margot Robbie? That was what Scott asked me.
Yeah, well, I'm picking Margot Robbie, but
I said I'm picking Yulia Gerges
I'm picking Yvonne, actually.
or Stan. Oh,
I'm picking Yvonne.
I picked Stan because
That was
we wouldn't
beautiful.
do anything, not above board. Me and Stan. We talk about tennis. Oh, by the way, I saw Benoit Paire said Stan is an absolute animal. Benoit Paire apparently parties, drinks.
Oh.
He said Stan can drink all night. Stan can crush like Mr. Tweed style.
He kind of looks like that.
He can drink 20 beers and then he
believe
can
it.
go train his ass off.
I
great.
100%
For
believe
like
it.
4 hours on the court the next day, 6 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
You
I
name
love it.
Yeah.
I love Stan. Anyway, so you guys believe in Stan. Real quick, why do you think Stan is going to beat Francis Tiafoe?
Experience. That backhand it's just beautiful.
Yeah, so you're picking him because you want to keep seeing the one-hander.
I do.
That's
And I
kinda-
love his volley. I love his volley too.
My predictions are always kind of like that. Half of it is just who do I want to see, and the other half is a little bit of logic to it.
Yes.
All right, now Pete's got Casper Ruud coming through Purcell.
Yep.
I
And
do too.
losing to Stan. You got Stan beating Casper Ruud, boy?
I do, but I have, unfortunately, I love Stan, but I think Ruud is going to beat Wawrinka.
You think Ruud takes down Wawrinka? Why do you
do.
have Ruud losing?
Because again, he's had a rough year except for when he's been on the clay.
And even then, it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I think the confidence is just low. And Stan is feeling the crowd. I think he's finding his rhythm. He's getting his mojo back.
I hope I'm wrong.
I mean, obviously Ruud had great results on clay, but not as many as you would
When you think
expect.
about it, Wawrinka knows how to win a lot more than Ruud does.
Yes, I
And
agree.
that's valuable on this tour.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got Alcaraz taking down Stan. Doesn't matter how much experience he has or how much we like his backhand. Alcaraz is going to beat Stan.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Tsitsipas is playing Blake Shelton later, the country guy.
I got Shelton.
You got Shelton.
Yeah.
I got Steph.
I got Steph.
Steph fired his coach. It's his dad.
Yeah.
We don't know if that's for real. I still don't believe it. I think his dad is going to weasel his way back into that box.
You
Maybe
know
I
his-
shouldn't use the word weasel. If it's my son, Pete made a good case the other day to me in private, but we're going to let you in on the secret. What did you say? What was the dad's perspective?
Well, I mean, I think when you're the parent and you've been there the whole way and had all the success,
You made a lot of sacrifices.
Yeah,
for
you
your-
made a lot
for
of
that-
sacrifices
for that damn kid.
Yeah, you're not
that kid
giving
better
that
be
up.
grateful.
That's right. I'm telling you, I don't care if he's fired. He's still gonna be back behind a bush, watching Steph, and all of a sudden you'll hear coaching from the bush, "Go to the net."
Or some cell phone calls when
Yes.
he's in the
I
bathroom.
think Steph is still love struck with what's her name?
Bedoza.
Sissy Doza.
Sissy Doza. I like
Sissy
that.
Doza, yeah.
Well, they opened an Instagram account like after their first date called Sissy Doza,
Oh, my
so they
God.
could market themselves as
He's
a couple.
still
Oh,
love
that's
drunk
terrible.
with Sissy Dova, and I think he goes down. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
All right.
She got
I
something
mean,
else.
I was
That's
leaning
a good-
towards that, but he has such a good history here at Cincy.
Yeah.
You're just like a fighter. You know, you're not supposed
Got to
to.
the finals
it
last year.
Saps your energy.
Can't forget
Hey,
that.
but
Just
Rublev
saying.
got to the semifinals last year. That didn't work out. Although I've been on Emil for about a year and a half.
That guy's
now.
awesome.
Rutsvor, the guy with the most U's in his name in the world, maybe definitely
Wow.
on tennis tour.
Yeah.
All right, so going with Blake Sheldon,
Yep.
Hooby Dooby, defending champion, born in Church. Pete
Oh.
said he will buy me a dinner at a restaurant. We won't disclose the location.
No, we
secret
can't.
location.
It's very secret.
Yeah. Skyline chili, maybe.
no,
No,
it's
go-
better.
Okay, go on.
Can I say something it rhymes with?
No,
it's
no,
too obvious.
no.
Anyways, it's Chuck E. Cheese. All right, how's it coming out? Pete's gonna buy me a dinner at Chuck E. Cheese's. If I could guess who the finalist was last year, the winner of the tournament.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, my friend Baskar had told me the day before, so it's fresh in my memory, and I won the dinner.
Yeah.
Who was
I
it?
will honor that.
Does he know? Who
you
won
know who
last
won
year?
last year?
Who won Cincy?
Was it her cat?
Nope.
No, who was it?
Her catch lost to Isner and
Oh.
was crying, I think, last year.
Oh.
Who do you got? Who did it?
Borna?
Borna George. Hey,
Yes.
is he coming to dinner too now?
No, because
Baskar
Baskar
just
gave it
told
away.
me.
Yeah. I like
Borna
George.
George is
I
the
like
defending
him.
champion. He's playing Hooby Dooby her catch. Who do you got there?
I got her cats.
I got her catch.
I got George.
George, really?
Yes, I do. I love his. I just like him.
All right, well, then who do you have ending up in the round after that? I got Hooby taking down Steph because I'm with you. I'm not really believing in Steph and the new coaching change and all that. I think it's going to take a little time.
I got her cats again over Steph.
So, okay.
I have
All
Shelton coming through.
You leave this with us when you leave town.
I
We're going to
will.
figure out who
Yeah,
won. And
yeah.
then you're going to owe us a steak dinner.
No problem.
All right, deal. All right, so we got Hooby Dooby. You got Alcaraz taking down Hooby Dooby.
Yep.
Now, last night, Tomo, the Aussie, he did good at Wimbledon. Remember, he gave Joker, you should remember, he gave Joker a tough match, maybe a four-setter, I want to say, in the early rounds of Wimbledon.
Yes.
He was serving and volleying, like, nonstop. He was
Yeah.
serving great. He plays pretty good on fast courts. He's an Aussie. He knows how to volley.
Okay.
All right, so how the heck is Carlitos Alcaraz going to beat Hooby Dooby if he had a hard time with this guy who's good on fast courts?
I mean, Alcaraz is Alcaraz. Alcaraz, again, he's starting to learn how to win those matches to where everything's not going his way, but he knows how to win the big points. And you can see him when he's almost about to go out in a set or something like that. That's when he fights the most. I just think he's hungry like Rafa, like Novak, like Fed, and he's
I
gonna.
guess
he's
can I
gonna get
run
to the
that
final.
clip? Look what he does after the coin toss. I love it. I love how this
Is he
guy.
jumping when he's jumping?
He did the
Yeah.
jump. I didn't
Yeah.
catch it on camera, but he does that. Then he sprinted back to the wall just like Rafa.
It's
and
a
then
tribute
Pete
to Rafa.
noticed a little Joker thing
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Pete noticed something else watching Alcaraz up close.
Yeah, he's got the same exact posture and racket position as Novak when he's bouncing the ball to serve. It looks exactly like Novak Djokovic.
Interesting.
And then he's got a Federer. I think his forehand is most similar to Federer of the big three. I mean, he really is. Like, this guy grew up watching those three players, and what's
Took
not
the
to
best
love?
out of all of them, and even Novak said, he has all of us in his game, and that's a huge compliment.
So thank God we have him, because I don't want to see anyone else beating these legends, Nadal, Djokovic, whoever. All right, so you think he's going to take Hooby Dooby because he is Alcaraz, he is the chosen one. It's not Yannick Sinner, it's this guy.
Yep.
It's a faster court here. Don't forget, it's a faster court. Alcaraz did good at Indian Wells, and then he lost to Sinner, I believe, on a faster court in Miami. And this, you would say, is a faster court than Miami, typically. I don't know how. I haven't heard what the players are saying about it this
I'm not
year.
worried about the courts and who's going to win and who's going to lose. I'm going with the best
They could
players
be
are going to
playing
win.
in a sandbox. They could
Yeah.
be playing on the moon. You
Yeah,
don't care.
I
Okay.
don't care.
All right, Hooby Dooby losing to Alcaraz in the quarters. No, the semis. Let's go to the bottom half of the draw. You guys got Holger Rune. He's going up against Mackie Smacky McDonald. Anyone got Holger Rune or Mackie McDonald with the upset?
Runa.
Rune.
Going Rune.
Going Rune.
I think if he can really continue to put together what he's doing lately, I think he can sneak right up there in the top 5 and start
Agreed.
to, yeah.
Okay. All right. Manarino took down a couple French-speaking fellers, and Manarino took down Felix Auger all day. Yeah, Felix has really been struggling. That didn't
Really
surprise me too
struggling.
much. So Manarino, the guy, I don't know if this has been going around, his string tension is 20 pounds. What's
Whoa.
that in kilos?
Scar says this, which is very.
Do you know the translation?
Do you know the translation for
In
this?
kilos?
Anybody out there? Comment below.
Maybe by divided by 3 or something. That's what I meant.
3 kilograms?
2.5 or 3. Yeah.
2.5, 3 kilograms? That's what 20 pounds equals?
No, divided by 3, which means like close to 6 or 7.
Okay, so
6
6
or
or 7
7.
kilograms for those Europeans out there. What do they use in Serbia? The kgs?
Yes.
They do? I know, we're the hottest, most watched tennis channel in all of, YouTube tennis channel in all of Serbia, so they need the kgs. So yeah, he's got this, I mean, it makes sense the way his strokes look. Some people, I heard a guy, we were watching him yesterday, and he said, this is as close as it gets to a pusher
Yeah.
on tour. You
But
agree with
there,
that?
I don't.
Yeah.
there's not. Trust me, when you come to this tournament, there's not one pusher. People that you think might look like they're hitting the ball slow when
Right.
you're watching on TV.
I mean, I think he is swinging slower, and that's why he's got a 20
but
pounds
the ball
tension.
is still exploding off of the rack. Yeah, he's got amazing timing. But even his serve,
And-
his
but
serve is
he's
not
taking it
going
early.
Yeah.
He's following through.
Yeah.
A push, you don't really follow through when you push.
Yeah, these balls are not coming slow off.
Maybe
his
the
racket.
backhand's a little shovelly, not pushy.
It's
but
yeah, I
shovelly.
mean but it's exquisite timing. The ball is popping off of the
Ah!
racket.
Keep going. So there's a bumblebee. There's one important person left in the draw, maybe a couple. Zverev, is he getting through Meds? I think he
No.
might have already beaten
No.
Nishioka. Meds already beat Musetti.
Medvedev is going through.
Here's the thing.
Does Manarino have a chance against Holger Rune?
Can I talk about Medvedev for a second?
Give it
Yes.
to me.
Here's my thing on Medvedev. Medvedev, if he could change the tour, he'd change one thing. The entire year is played on hard
Hard
court.
court.
If the entire year is played on hard court, he might be #1 in the world right now. If you
I
guys
think- yeah,
remember,
definitely.
right after the Australian Open, he went at Terry. He was almost unbeatable, and then they went to the clay. If Medvedev can regain that form, he is
Regain it,
right there to win the U.S. Open this year.
All right.
Agreed.
Okay, so Meds is coming through Zverev. They just played recently. Was it Wimbledon when they played? I can't remember. They played not too long ago, and Meds got him. Oh, it might have been the French Open. Yeah, it was the French Open. You would have thought Zverev would have had the edge there, but Meds got him.
I don't think at the French Open.
No, it
because
wasn't the French
Medvedev
Open. 'Cause Medvedev lost. It
Yeah,
must have been Rome then.
Yeah,
it must
yeah.
have been Rome.
Yeah, I think won the tournament.
I don't know. It
before.
doesn't matter. He's going to get him
Facts
regardless.
don't matter.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You got Manarino going down the Rune, even though Manarino's been working magic at this tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Yannick Sinner, give us an update.
Well, Sinner did
Let me
awesome.
check the score really quick.
Oh, update.
Meanwhile, me and you will look at the very
Yeah,
bottom. Is
yeah.
Davidovich Fokina got a shot at Djokovic tonight? Djokovic has
0.
not been in the U.S. since COVID, 2020.
19. I think it said 20.
He hasn't been in
Yeah,
Cinci
yeah, yeah.
since 2019.
2019.
Show this picture. Djokovic packed out one of the biggest courts for a practice. I mean, we were watching. Who were we watching yesterday? We were watching Monfils and Chuck Norrie, as Bhaskar says. I like to call him Scam Norrie. Excuse me. We had to sit on the stairs at the very top of the stadium.
Come on, Todd! Let's go!
Pretty comfortable, surprisingly more comfortable than I
Very
expected.
nice.
They're very
Very
nice.
nice.
Anyways, so when Joker was practicing, it was the same. It was packed out, just like Scam Norrie and Monfils.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. So Americans must like him a little. Pete's always said that they're going to miss him when he's gone, and they're
Yeah.
going to appreciate him when it gets towards the end of the career. Not
I've
saying that we're right
always
there yet.
appreciated
Yeah.
him, and I'll love him more.
That's true.
Love him more.
A loyal fan.
So first round back, Davidovich Fokina, that could be tricky. First round on.
Yes, it will, but
Fokina
no-
is awesome.
Nole is just gonna bring it.
Okay.
He's gonna go Serbian beast mode. It's gonna be awesome.
Monfils, is he going to take them the demon, or we saw he looked injured? He wins that match against Scams. Does he really got the legs to,
No,
I'm
I
picking
think
I'm picking
Demon Or.
Monfils.
to take the demon?
No,
I am.
Demon Or.
But he watched Demon, right? You watched Demon dismantle somebody.
JJ.
Oh, the
JJ Wolf.
Wolfmeister.
It was impressive. It really was, because JJ was no slouch.
No, he's crushing the ball. We watched him
Demon was
practicing
just
right here.
the
If you
Harper's
sign
Point.
up for the Masters Tennis Clinic next year, maybe you'll get to see JJ Wolf or Roger Federer, who knows.
It was
on
really
the practice
nice.
court when it rains. They come here because we have indoor courts. Anyways,
He was hitting some of those Novak backhands where he, plants his foot and then just rips through it.
yeah, oh yeah.
It was
Sliding
amazing.
into him too.
It was really impressive.
So
Now
the
JJ,
demon
to his credit, came back that second set, but then Demon Or just slammed the door on him.
gave
in
him a
that third.
baguette.
Yeah.
Baguette, s'il vous plaît. The demon, I got him coming through Monfils. I just, like Stan
do I,
was kind
so
of
do
there
I.
for. Oh, okay. I thought you.
No.
Oh, you
I-
got, but you don't.
I have Monfils winning that.
Okay. Nole, demon, or Monfils, whoever it is.
I'm
Yeah,
going
well-
obviously Djokovic.
Yes, Joker.
Does Sinner score? Is he coming
Sinner's 3-3, and
Who's
he's got to
second?
win. He's got to win. Can I give my pick for what Sinner's going to do since we're getting there?
back? Yeah.
I'm picking Sinner to take out Joker.
Oh my God!
Okay. We're no longer friends.
Can I tell you why?
Tell us why.
That's fine.
Well, first of all, Sinner. I mean, I'm hoping that Sinner can take the momentum. I hope he can take the momentum, and be hot and beat Djokovic. And Djokovic, from what I heard, the rumor is he hasn't hit many balls at all
Since Wimbledon.
since Wimbledon.
Do you think he's been crying?
Well, he might be a little burned out, a little
I saw
upset.
him vacationing in
But
Montenegro.
yeah. I mean, I think he
recently.
just needs to
Pascal,
Barscar's clapping.
Doesn't like Djokovic.
But
Loves
here's
when
my
I say
thing:
that.
Joker fans don't get upset with me because what I think is
I've been crying for
if
Joker
Djokovic
to
loses to
follow up with
Sinner,
that.
I don't think it's going to have any impact on how he's going to do at
Yeah,
the U.S.
this is-
Open. I think he just is out here to hit some balls. I mean, he obviously wants to win. He's a competitor, but I think if he loses, it's not really a big deal.
You agree with that, Mark? Beast mode?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I do it too. But I got Joker beating
And I'm
Sinner.
jaded. I have. I can't. I'm not.
You guys got
I've lost
Fritzy?
perspective because I just love Novak so much.
Yeah, right. I know.
I'm saying that's just. And
Did
it's,
you ever think Alcaraz could beat him in Wimbledon? I sure didn't.
I did not, and I
So
was very
shocked.
sad. But
Did you cry a little bit?
I did, but I don't gamble, and life goes on. I mean,
All right, Fritz, is he gonna beat Sonego?
Yes.
Is he gonna beat Sinner? No, obviously
No.
not.
I say no.
No one's got Fritz. Okay. Nole Meds or Sinner Meds? Who do you got?
What? I got
I-
Medvedev.
below.
I've got Medvedev beating
Taking out
Sinner.
Sinner. You got Nole beating Meds.
yes.
I didn't fill it out. You know me. I like to put question marks on the thing. I wasn't even sure about Thomas Paul and Alcaraz rematch, just because the court's faster, and I've seen Alcaraz but he just won Wimbledon. How can you make a case that the guy can't do well on fast court
course
when he
not.
just won Wimbledon?
No.
I'm
He looks
filling
very
that in.
good.
Oh, but I already put him in the semis, so never mind. I did overrule that. I was leaning towards Stan, getting through Rude. I got Nole. I kind of like Pete's pick, to be honest, but I'm going Nole because I'm kind of like the beast. Going Nole takes down Meds. Hoovy Dooby goes down. Final, who's the winner?
No leg.
Okay. I mean, obviously you can't go wrong with that. I'm going Alcaraz versus Medvedev, and I'm picking Alcaraz to win because unless Medvedev could combat that, he likes to stand way back in return, and Alcaraz, I love it. He loves to serve and volley, get in there tight on the net, and dump it short. And, he just seems to have his number with that play.
Do you think there'll be some revenge involved? Because do you see what Alcaraz did to him?
Yeah, let's say it is Nole.
To Medvedev at Wimbledon.
I think it's different. Normally, you can get the revenge, but I think this matchup is really bad for Medvedev. I think he's
Interesting.
kind of figured him out where there's not much he can do about it. I don't picture Medvedev being able to turn his game into, I'm going to stand closer to the baseline and hit great returns. I've never seen the guy stand close.
So you think this is a
and hit-
bad matchup for Meds? He's going to struggle with this guy
I
for
think
years.
Alcaraz is going to pick apart that way back return and
Especially
get
when
to
he
the
can hit
net
drops
and
go
then
to
hit
net.
big first forehands.
Man, he came in last
Yeah.
night. I didn't get it on camera, but he came in and caught that. He came in so fast and caught that ball down low
Yes.
right before it bounced and hit like a perfect drop in the
Yes,
volley.
that was amazing.
Even though he was
Amazing.
struggling with the drop shot by the end, I love how he ramped it up to break. Let's
Mm-hmm.
not serve it out in the third. Let's just break this bozo and get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love Tomo. I shouldn't say bozo, but
Yeah,
I was
there is
very
no-
impressed.
There's no bozos in this draw, by the way, guys. They're all amazing. Let me go and watch them play.
What about my favorite player, Fritz?
What about Fritz?
He's not bozo, right?
Well, He's got resting Fritz face, so we're gonna forgive him.
We're gonna forgive him for that.
He
All
can't
right,
help
I
that.
got Nole beating Alcaraz.
Yes.
Who do you got?
Well, who do you think?
All right, hit the music. We're gonna get out of here.
Nole. Oh, by the way, crunch time coaching rocks.
We're getting out of here. Hit the music. You got 2 minutes to talk.
Okay.
He is here on a pilgrimage to meet Novak Djokovic. This guy's been defending Novak Djokovic going back 10 years when I used to attack the guy. Even though I did like him, I just didn't like him when he started beating Fed all the time. I loved him when he started beating Rafa all the time.
Yes.
2014-15 Wimbledon, I started not to like Djokovic, right?
Yeah.
I've always loved him. In fact, I went to Serbia last year to express my
That's where
love
this
for
towel
him.
came from.
That's right, Serbian Open 2022.
And then tell him about the letter.
The love letter.
So I
This
wrote.
man, right?
I did write a love letter, and I wanted nothing. I just wanted to express my appreciation for Novak.
You didn't want an
maybe I'll-
autograph?
No, I did not. No, I did not get
You
an
didn't want
autograph.
his towel.
No, I didn't.
Didn't want his wristbands.
No.
Didn't want to get into
I
his
would take it.
pocketbook.
Nope. So I wrote him a letter last Christmas and sent it. I have a guy who knows. Anyway,
He's
didn't
got
get a
lot of
response.
leads.
You know, I
if
get
you
it.
know Djokovic personally,
Yeah.
comment
Please.
down below.
Yes.
This guy needs your help.
I need a hookup.
And I want to be there when it happens. I want to.
So I'll go back to
supervise.
Serbia next year. So then, but I didn't get a response. So my idea was I had this brainstorm. So I'm going to reprint the letter, which I did, and I have a friend who used to hit with Novak, David Petrovic or Petrovic. Anyway, Petkovic. Thank you.
No,
And
that's a German.
Oh,
girl
okay.
player.
Well, anyway,
Just kidding.
he's in Daphne, Alabama. Great pro. If you're ever in Daphne, take a hit with him.
Okay.
So I said, David, you need to write in Serbian on
the
my
cover,
envelope.
On the cover
Right.
of the letter.
And he
The
did write it in
envelope.
Cyrillic. He wrote it so that in case Goran got the letter, he could read it.
Oh,
'cause
Goran can't read Cyrillic.
apparently not.
Did not know
That's
that.
what he
Very
said.
interesting.
Yeah.
Is that a
So
Croatian thing or just a Goran thing?
I think it's a Croatian thing. I'm not sure. But so he wrote it so that anyone on his team could read it. So then I was watching the Wawrinka match, and I noticed when Wawrinka left on Stadium 3, he left through this certain area, and they put up a rope, you know, as the line of demarcation. So anyway, so I said that's where I'm going. So he was
The line
playing
of
he was playing his doubles match, and he was going to lose, and he did. But anyway, it was like 5-2, whatever it was, and I raced over to the exit, and I was front and center. It was great. Nobody else was there. And so they put up the line, and I had my letter, and I had my towel, and I was shaking I said, Nole, and he was, I got some great pictures. I'll send some to
Look
you.
at this picture. This
Yeah.
is Nole's face in real time
And
when he sees this letter.
I said, Nole, this
with
is for
Serbian
you.
on the
Yeah, I
front.
said, this is for you. And he saw it, and the look on his face, I wanted to cry. It was just beautiful. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
he
could
loved
tell.
it.
I could tell that he
It
really
touched-
was
he
touched.
was
Like,
touched.
what is this?
Yeah.
An
So-
American giving me something. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the security guard took it and said, "I'll hold this for you." So
Ah.
whether he got it or not, I don't know.
He
But-
got it, and he read it. That's
Yeah.
my prediction.
But it was awesome. And
Comment
hopefully-
below if you
yeah.
think the security guy gave the love letter from Mark to Nole,
Yes, yes.
or if he threw it in the trash.
Yeah, I hope not.
Comment below.
Please, make Mark feel good.
Quick,
this
30
second.
seconds. 30 seconds. A case for Nole. So many people don't like him. Make your case, Pete. Why should we like him?
He's amazing to fans. I've seen him be great to fans over and over again. I'll just tell you one quick story. You can see Novak signing autographs with this little girl who comes with all these rackets at Wimbledon. She's handing him through the fence. And Rafa came up with a banana. He's eating a banana. She hands him one, and then he signs it. She tried to hand him another. He was gone in his car.
No, thank you.
Then Novak
Only
comes.
one.
She hands him one racket. He signs it with a little smile. She hands him another. She's obviously running a racket here. She's like maybe selling them on
She's
eBay
running
or
a racket
something.
racket.
She's
Cute
very-
Stefan, right.
Yeah. He signs another one. She brought out 5 rackets.
5.
Novak signs each one, and even through that, when he signed the last one, he smiled at her and patted her on the head, and then he left. That's my case
I love
for
him even
Novak.
more. That's beautiful.
I
And
got
when we
there.
were here, remember how many
And
he
he's
was-
great to the he
he was
went around the
signing.
whole court.
Yeah,
He
it was amazing.
signed almost
He's
every
consistent.
person on both sides of the court on the practice court when I was there. I say almost because he got right next to me, and I kind of froze up. Like, what am I going to say to Novak? I don't really want an autograph. I wanted to shake his hand. I was like, can I shake your hand and say, you're a legend, man. You're a great man. That's
You
it.
should have said cross court inside out,
Living La Vida Joker. See ya!